Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Trouble, and today we're going to be doing an overview of Speed of Sound Sonic from One Punch Man. Sonic is like one of my favorite characters in the story, and to be honest, he's one of my favorite character trope in general in all fiction. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for this one. Um, with that said, let's just jump right on in. So, Sonic backstory starts in the Ninja Village. He was born and raised in the Ninja Village, and while he was growing up there, that's where he met his friend Flashy Flash. The two were outcast in the Ninja Village. The two are outcast in the Ninja Village because of their personality or their strong willpower. So they were pretty outcast, but it didn't matter because they grew up and they taught and learned from each other. So yeah, but eventually Flashy Flash, Flashy Flash would wipe out the entirety of the Ninja Village, something that Sonic was not present for, and he and Flashy Flash were the only two survivors of Flashy's rampage. Sonic never held any kind of grudge against Flash or anything like that, so the two just kind of went their separate ways after that. But after some years, Sonic found himself. This is where we keep up with catch up with him in the modern day. But yeah, after some point in time, some years, Sonic found himself in the employment working as a mercenary for a billionaire named Zinru. Pretty sure that's how it's spelled. I think it's like Ziniur, if I'm not mistaken, Zinru. Um, and Zinru dispatched Sonic to intercept the Paradisers. The Paradisers, a militant group, who were heading for Zenru's personal penthouse or his skyscraper. I'm not really sure what it is. They were heading for Zenru's personal skyscraper to destroy it. Sonic intercepts and dispatches all of the Paradisers, but the leader of the Paradisers, Hammerhead, escapes, and Sonic goes after him, and this is where Sonic meets Saitama. Saitama and Sonic gets into a fight, and Sonic uses one of his techniques, the Windblade Kick, to try and kick Saitama, but the momentum of his kick actually just um, he lands his groin on on Saitama's fist. So he got punched in the balls by Saitama essentially. Yeah, this really hurt naturally, and Sonic swears vengeance and swears that from this day on he will forever be Saitama's rival. Um, and with that, Saitama encourages him and tells him, yeah, train really hard, and he runs off. And for a long time, for a while, he recovered from it, training in the woods, trying to get, trying to get stronger. Actually, I'm not really sure. It's probably is canon, but I'm not really sure because there is, I think, what you want to call it, an OVA or, fuck, what do you want to call those? What do you call those episodes again? Snap. Side plots. Shit. There's an OVA in the anime where we see him training in the woods, trying to get over it, and he eventually does. He eventually does. But after that, we see him. He shows up to fight Saitama again. This is when after Saitama joins the Hero Association, and Saitama was looking for his hero quota, trying to fulfill his hero quota. Sonic attacks him, and Saitama didn't really recognize. Didn't perceive Sonic as a bad guy, but yeah, we see how strong he is as he just literally obliterates this entire street. Yeah, so Sonic is pretty powerful, and Saitama one shots him, a chop in the back of the head, and puts Sonic down. Sonic he gets sent to a maximum security prison, and this is where he runs into Pretty Prisoner. Um, he and Purple Prisoner, he escapes the prison with Purple Prisoner to intercept Deep Sea King. He and Deep Sea King eventually get into a pretty amazing fight, which I really like. Yeah, we get to see this is where we actually get to see some of his philosophy on um, on life and how he operates in general. Yeah, but he and Deep Sea King get into a fight, but Sonic realizes during his fight with Deep Sea King that he can't do anything to Deep Sea King. His attacks aren't powerful enough, so he leaves. He leaves to go get his weapons and his arms and armament. To come back and kill Deep Sea King, which he vows. Sadly, he didn't get that opportunity because Saitama would one-shot Deep Sea King again. Um, so after that, Sonic continues. He continues his vendetta. He held on to his grudge against Saitama, continuously training and trying to get stronger. We see him in the hero introduction arc, no, the Garo introduction arc, where he was there with the gang of Crypto Stitch summons to the Hero Association headquarters to counteract the prophecy. We see him there. He left before Garo showed up. Um, and after that, it's just the same. This is a common thing where it's his goal and motivations. I mean, he has other motivations and other goals, but generally speaking, throughout the entirety of One Punch Man, his goal is pretty much the same, which is to train, get stronger, and defeat Saitama. The next time we see him is in the Blizzard group arc, where he shows up and he and Genos gets into a pretty, again, amazing fight. Yeah, Sonic has some pretty amazing fight. He and Genos gets into a pretty beastly, pretty nasty fight. I wonder. I was wondering who was gonna win there. Yeah. Personally, I think Sonic would have won. I'm just saying, Sonic probably would have won. Yeah. But before Genos could just detonate and destroy the entire place, Saitama steps in um, and defeats him. And once again, once again, Sonic has been defeated again. So he ditches, he gets out of Dodge, and he goes back to his hideout, and he does the same thing. Like I said, it's a cycle with him. He goes back, he trains, and every time he goes back, he gets stronger. And to be honest, if he keeps this up with Saitama, I mean, spoilers for the webcomic if you don't read the webcomic, but in the webcomic, he did defeat a dragon pretty easily, so we can at least say he's like mid-comic in the webcomic right now. Yeah, so he defeated that machine god. Shit, I forgot his name. I think it's a machine god that was Disaster of a Dragon. And he did it pretty easily. Like, so we're probably like early Monster Association Flashy Flash strength right now in the webcomic, and so he's getting stronger. And I'm really curious to see at the end of the story how strong he gets, because like I want to see where this goes. This is why I'm so interested in him, because I want to see where this goes. Yeah, but like I said, after that, it's the same thing. He shows up again. He attacks Saitama. Saitama defeats him, and I think it's up until right now in the manga, I think it's like the 17th time that Saitama defeated him. And with someone like Sonic, this is like it's a wound his pride. Like these defeats that Saitama give him, especially seeing that Saitama do it so easily, like they hurt more than any punch that Saitama could serious punch him, and the psychological hit from him losing to Saitama would hurt more than the serious punch that Saitama actually hit him with. Right, so this is why he's so fun, because he's so arrogant. I just love the arrogance of him. Yeah, but the next major thing that we saw him in the next major thing that we saw him in was the Monster Association arc, at the beginning of the Monster Association arc, where he gets intercepted by Hellfire and Gale, and they give him a Monster Cell. These are two members of the Ninja Village who weren't there. They were graduation class, so they weren't there when um, when Flashy went on his rampage. They gave him a monster cell and tell him to eat the monster cell and join them. And Sonic takes the monster shell. He tries to eat it. He contemplates about eating it because, again, Saitama, and he's like, is this the only way I can do it? I don't have a choice. But before he eats it, he actually cooks it. And because he cooks it, it didn't work on him, and all it did was give him diarrhea. Such horrible diarrhea that I think he lost, like, I don't know, 2 pounds. And he's like, I feel lighter. And uh, you should go read that a bonus chapter. It's pretty fun. Yeah, and he never showed up again. He never really showed up again. He's mentioned, but he never shows up again until after the Monster Association arc, when Tatsumaki and Saitama were fighting all across the planet, city, the city. They were fighting all across, across the city, and Sonic comes in to intercept them. And once he intercepts them, Sonic realizes that it is Saitama. Sonic goes out to try and fight him, and he slips on some dog poo. Yeah. We see him once again, but this is his arc. Because the next arc is the Ninja Village arc, or the Ninja arc. I'm not really sure what you want to call it. Yeah, but this is his and Flashy's arc, and we see him in that, and he shows up. He and Flashy has this pretty amazing fight, and we see how just ridiculously strong he is, because he survives like this a barrage of Flashy Fish in the manga. And shit, I forgot to say spoiler alert for the manga. And then the Heavenly Ninja Party shows up. He and Flashy pretty swiftly take out the Heavenly Ninja Party by themselves. And then after that, Empty Void shows up, the founder and leader of the Ninja Village, and they get into a little bit of fight. Empty Void proves that he is way beyond them. He is way beyond them, and Blast shows up, and that's where we are in the manga right now. So that's Speed of Sound Sonic. He's, like I said, he's one of the most entertaining character in the entire story. One of my favorite character in the entire story, mainly because of his mentality. And like I said earlier, is like, if Saitama were to consecutive serious punch him, right? That would hurt more. That would not hurt as much as him losing to Saitama. Like, the loss would hurt more than him actually losing to Saitama. And this is why I love him. I like characters like that who are just that arrogant and egotistical. Um, yeah, but that's Peter San Sonic, one of the best characters in all of One Punch Man. And tell me what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the fun stuff, and in the next one, guys. Bye bye.